Hey everyone, it is Jack again with Toy Dojo, and I am back from a very long hiatus. I'm going to say probably it's been about a year since I've done a review. And not because I didn't want to, but because real life work, the work I do to make money, got super duper busy for me. And I mean, just nonstop. So didn't really get to do a review. I'm very thankful though that I'm able to still work during the craziness that's the coronavirus right now. I know a lot of folks are not that fortunate, so I'm very blessed. And I'm very thankful that I'm able to continue working at my job and to do that. So speaking of the virus, hope everybody out there is staying safe and just doing everything that you're supposed to: hand washing, sanitizing, wearing a mask, social distancing, all that stuff. Me being in my line of work, I deal in employee safety. So for me, it's something that I've been really being big on, and our company's being big on to make sure that, we don't get that inside. So I know we're all going to get through this, as far as us being the human race, we're going to get through this. It's crazy because we haven't dealt with this before at all. I don't think there's anybody alive now that's had to deal with this on this magnitude. So anyways, I don't want to get into all that. Just wanted to kind of, bring that up. Got the elephant in the room right now. But anyways, I know we're here to talk about this figure, and so to my return, I'm going to do the FansToys Iceman, FT-30B, or what is it, Air Raid, right? So there's been a lot of figures, because when I say I haven't even had time to do reviews, I didn't even have time to collect. So I just got in Iceman, who I think he's been out for a couple weeks. I just got in Goose. I just got in Maverick. I got in Sheridan just now. I say just now, but just recently. I got in the X-Transbots Death Wish. I got in the X-Transbots Gravestone. So quite a few figures that I was like, wow, okay, I'm missing out on a lot. So I got them in. Haven't reviewed any of them. So if that's something you guys want to see, let me know in the comments below, and I can surely do reviews on them. I know they've already been out, they've already been reviewed, but if you just want my opinion on them, let me know. If you don't, no big deal, right? So Iceman I'm going to do for sure, because he's only been out for a couple weeks now. So FansToys, as always, has a really nice box. But this box is huge. It's like a wide box. And I don't really know why, because it's not like he's like a super wide figure. So not sure why they went with the super wide box, because I know Goose, who has a bigger backpack, his box isn't nearly as big as this one. So that's just kind of weird to me. Back of the box there, you can see Iceman hanging out with Goose, hanging out with Maverick, and, just doing Iceman stuff. So he also came with an extra face, like a screaming face, screaming at me because I haven't done reviews in over a year probably. So there's that. Came with two of these guns right here, which are nice. They're metallic black. Folds down to put him under his wing when he's in his plane mode. So two of those, that's nice. Came with his instruction booklet, as always. Came with his little collector bio card right there too, made out of that nice plastic. And then it came with this too. That is, I don't remember seeing it in the instructions, or maybe I just overlooked it, but this one's just basically telling you, hey, make sure when you put him back into robot mode, you flip that over, and that's the correct transformation, not leaving them out. So that's this piece here. It says, please follow these step. Follow these step. I think they meant follow these steps to avoid possible damage during transformation. Caution instead of caution. So anyways, there's that. All right, let's get this box out of the way, and let's bring in old Iceman right there. They should have probably called Phoenix Iceman, because he was the one that was in the ice, right? Whatever. Anyways, so out of the box, there are a few things that are not correct. When I say that, I meant transformation-wise. So I can't remember if the feet were in or not, but if they were, you just pop them out. No big deal. But the backpack, it was kind of messy. It's not even in right. So, and then these wings here. So the wings, they were in the box like this. I know that. So these you take this and you pop that wing off and then put it sideways. Pop it off and put it sideways. And it doesn't like, they don't like snap in or anything. They just kind of sit there. I mean, they're not going to go tilting back, but I mean, they will if you mess with them. But I would have liked if they would have made them like snap in, or kind of like if right there, if they could have maybe had like a place where they could have slid in, but there's not. So they just kind of sit there. They don't push in anywhere. See what I mean? They just sit there. So anyways, all right, there's that, and then there's this piece right here. So this, if it's pushed in like that, you just got to pull that out. It's a tab that's going to go into this spot here. So you just untab it like so, and then this whole piece here is going to kind of get pushed down. Right here, this metal bar, you have to make sure this will slide out. Just make sure it's kind of slid in, and then also you want to make sure that this piece of that bar is pushed all the way against like his butt crack, I guess, and it sits right there. Okay, so once you get that done just right, just take this whole piece, you're gonna slide this together, and it's kind of hard to see because of the way the black is, but this little tab that is right here is going to sit in that little notch right there on both sides. Like that. And then on this one, you just make sure and just kind of, you have to find it. But that piece is going to sit in this little notch right here. That one that we just poked out a second ago. We have to raise it up a little bit. And then find it. You can kind of see where I'm getting it right there. Maybe you can't because of the lighting. The black doesn't really show that, or it doesn't show because it's black. And then it snaps in. So you can see right there, it's snapped in. That's perfect. You can see where it's snapped in right there. And then just get all this and just make sure that it's, you know, sitting kind of flush against his body. I had it better when I did it the first time. And it was really nice. Let me see. There we go. That's better. Yeah. And then that way you can get him actually transformed right. So there he is. And I do like this look. FansToys always does a pretty good job at making their figures look cartoon accurate, and to me he looks pretty cartoon accurate, with the exception, I think this is supposed to be one solid color instead of two, but I mean whatever. So he looks pretty good cartoon accurate wise. I like him. The red is really nice. It's kind of that metallic red. Pretty much every color on him is metallic. There's metallic red, there's a translucent red with some nice bits going on inside there. The yellow is metallic right here. Even the white itself is metallic, and everything is painted up white with the exception of like his hands. I think are the only things that aren't painted up. Everything else is. Even the like elbow joint pieces are painted metallic white, and then the black too. It's a metallic flakes inside there as well. So all in all, I think it looks really good. Now he does have a few issues, I guess, that are. To me, there's one that's not, for me it's no big deal because I don't really use that, which is the waist swivel. So I know a lot of folks like to use their waist swivel so they can sit there and make him look this way with his waist or do this with it. I don't. Like if I'm going to put it in robo mode, I'm like, there you are. I'll put his gun in his hand and then that's it, right? But I know a lot of people like to use it. So for me, it's not a big deal, but I know there are going to be some that may pass on this figure because of that. I'm not, just because I think it looks too good to pass up on, in my opinion. So that's the one issue. The other issue is I just don't care for the way the arms rotate. Like that just looks awkward. You know? Like I don't know what's up with that. It just looks awkward. I don't know why they went with that. Like I don't know, but I don't care for it. But to me, again, that's not a pass because I'm not going to say, oh, the arm looks weird. I'm not going to do that, you know? So it's got a head rotation. You can look up. Can't really look down too much because his face or his chin runs into his neck. The other one thing, to me, it's, I mean, I don't even, it's worth mentioning, but like the blue, the eyes they're a nice color blue, but I used to like it when FansToys used to use kind of like that metallic, really eyes on them. I thought that was good. And I don't know when it was they changed into this kind of stuff because I just don't remember. Does anyone remember when was the last figure that had metallic eyes on them as far as a FansToys figure? But they always used to have them and I like them. Instead they have this blue one. So if you want to change out the face, In the instructions, it says you got to pull off his little silver dome right here. But for me, I just get this thing, or if you got a spudger, use a spudger. Pop the neck up because it pops up like that. And you can just take this and just wiggle it. And then the face will pop off, and then you can put that screaming at Jack face when I'm doing reviews onto him. So it's just held on by 3 pegs, those 2 circular ones, and then this like rectangular one right there. Let's just put that back on, and then snap that down, and then you got his face back. Come on, zoom out. There we go. All right. We were kind of looking at his movements here, and you have to forgive me since I haven't done a review in quite a while. I'm gonna probably end up messing up or saying stuff that's not even. You're like, what does that even mean? So, anyways, his arms come all the way up in that funky rotation. He's got a bicep swivel right there, 90 degrees only on the arm. He's got a wrist swivel. He's got the standard FansToys hands, which have 1 pin at the base of the knuckle, 1 pin in the middle knuckle, and then just a ball jointed thumb with no movement inside that thumb right there. The legs, he does have hip skirts that come front, side. That's just on a friction joint right there, which is okay. He is heavy, he's got a lot of weight on him, so I mean, and the legs do have some die cast in them, so that's why. But I mean, it's not going to really hurt anything. If he stood there, he can just hold that pose. And then he's got the nice clickety ratchet joint going up and back, but you can't go back further because that's in the way, the backpack. And then he does have a nice bend at the knee with another clickety ratchet right there. And he does have the waist rotation, which is a nice clickety ratchet, but you have to have this whole thing pulled away. When we start to transform, I'll show you. You pull that away, and then you can have that. And then he does have a thigh swivel at the top right there. And I like that they gave some kind of detailing in there too. So that's good. I know these are the landing gear right here for the back of the plane with some nice detailing inside. But I don't know what this is for. I don't know if that's going to be part of the combiner area. Could be, I don't know. If y'all know what that's going to be for, let me know, because I have no idea. Then coming down his foot, he does have a toe tilt, or a heel tilt, and a toe one, and like a top of the foot one. But mainly those are meant for just transformation, at least like this one and this one. The toe one, that's standard, but that's also meant for transformation. And then he does have an ankle tilt, an ankle rocker, if you will, going on the inside right there. So he's got a good enough posability. It's just limited because of the waist, and then again this funky arm right here. But the backpack is not overly ridiculous considering he is a plane, like his whole plane is on his back, just like it was in the cartoon, right? So for him to be able to hide the whole plane on there, I think that FansToys did a pretty good job at just getting everything just kind of hidden away. It is cartoon accurate because his plane's on his back, just like the other aerial bots as well have been that way. So I can't fault them on that. That looks good right there too, just like a miniaturized jet right there. So all in all, I think they did a great job on his robot mode. His plane mode, I like it too. I think I like his robot mode better just because he looks cool. But I mean, his plane doesn't look bad. So, all right, before we get the transformation, let's just do some size comparisons on him. I'm gonna bring in MP10, and I don't know if I measured him or not. If I didn't, I'm gonna measure him again. He sits at about 9.5 inches, roughly, right there. I know it looks short of that, but I think it's just because of my camera. So he sits at about the same height as Prime, as MP10 anyways. I don't have MP44. I just couldn't justify that price on that thing. I mean, that's just way too much for a Prime, and I think MP10 still looks good. Aside from, I just realized MP10's hands are like ridiculously huge compared to like his hands. So I'm just, that's the part that got to me. But I think they do have other hands you could change them out with. Probably. Who knows? All right. MP Starscream right there. You can see he's a lot bigger than MP Starscream as well. And then we'll pull in his 2 mates. Goose right there. And then Maverick right here. So So there are 3 out of the 5 aerial bots, and I think, I mean, FansToys is really knocking out of the park with these guys. They look great. The reds all match too, like that metallic red matches in all of them, so they look really good. To me, I think, I don't know. I know there's other companies doing these, but to me, I think just FansToys always puts in better quality stuff, like in terms of like a lot of die cast, good plastic, things like that. So I'm always excited when FansToys decides to put out some new stuff, and so can't wait for the last 2. And I believe all the combiner parts will come with either the 3rd or the 4th or the 5th one whenever they come out. And then we'll be able to figure out how they combine, because it doesn't show anything in the instructions. I don't know how these guys are going to combine. If you guys know, let me know. I mean, that might be a combiner port down there too. As far as these 2 guys here, Goose and Maverick, I legit just like opened their boxes right before I started shooting this video. So I haven't even transformed these guys at all. Aside from like his stuff where it was kind of misaligned or whatever, mistransformed. So I just fixed it real quick. But as far as like even transforming the guys, I haven't done it. So like I said, if y'all want to see a review video on these guys or anything else that I mentioned that I got earlier or any other figure, let me know in the comments below and I can bring that to you, okay? So let's pull these guys out of the way. And just one more size comparison with, to me, who should have been the real Iceman, and that is the FansToys Phoenix. And Phoenix is a huge dude. You can see where he's only like half of Phoenix's size. So Phoenix is still like my favorite FansToys figure to date, just because he's just, I mean, it's ridiculous how big he is, and then just how good he is. I do have their what's his name, Omega Supreme, which I do like, but I still like Phoenix better than the Omega. So, all right, let's see. I think I'm done talking about that. I think we can go straight into transformation, because I don't think there's anything else to talk about. So transformation. Take the hands. We'll start there. Close up the thumb, close up the hands, fingers rather, fold that up, shut that, we'll do that again over here. The one thing I see hasn't changed is that I ramble on a lot, because we're already at 17 minutes, I didn't even transform the guy. So, but as always, I will put the time where I actually jump into transformation on the video, so that way if anybody wants to skip me talking rubbish, then they can do that. So, okay. So once you do that, we open up these right here. We're going to take this, pull this out, and just kind of bring it up. And when you do that, you'll notice that this little piece here was sitting inside there, like that. So once you bring it out, that flips around and comes down. And then, as you can see right here, like it won't go in anymore. So you have to bring the arm all the way down and sit it straight, so that way you can tab this in right there. And then just push that arm into the, come on, collapse it like that. Do something on this side here. Open it up, pull this up, bring it down, close it, collapse it, and then we're going to take this here, open it up on the other side, so it keeps the chest piece in place, and then flip this up like this. Bring this down like so, and what you do is you take this arm and you kind of slide it forward to give it clearance back here to be able to rotate in, and then you take it once it's rotated inside like so, take it and you slide it right back. So again, we'll slide that out, rotate it. We have to rotate it even more whenever you do that, just like I did right there. Rotate that in, slide that back, close this down, snap those both pieces back to the side, and then you got that done. All right, so backpack. We're gonna take this and kind of just disconnect this piece here where we were doing a minute ago, and then here, unsnap that piece right there, which sometimes it's a real tight snap, so when you pull it, I mean, you gotta really yank on that joker. There you go. To untab that right there. And then you can close this piece down right there. Get all this out of the way. So right here, if you wanted to have that waist rotation, you could now right here, like this all funkiness right here, but you can hear it's a nice Get it out of the way. Oh, this is in the way. All right, so let me take this, pull that, pull that, pull that, pull that, get that ready for jet mode as well. Rotate that around. Okay. So now you can get the waist rotation. And it sounds good, but you can't really use it unless you move all this stuff out of the way. So, all right, let's go ahead. We're going to turn his face around, or his head, like so. And then bring this piece up to where this bar sits inside of him right there. And this piece is going to snap. And when you snap it, you got to give it a good little push. Let me pick this up some. Stay there. You give this a good little snap because it won't just shut by itself like super easy. So you gotta, there you go. You can hear it give a good click. And then that's tabbed in right there. All right, I don't know, we'll come to this here in a minute. I'm gonna do the legs. The legs are pretty simple. So you take this piece here on the inside of the thigh and undo it. Well, first let's do this actually. Pick this piece up. So what I've been hearing, I guess, is like on the left leg, on some people's, this one's cracking right here, which is very strange. Not the peg itself, but like that piece right there. I haven't done it on mine, so hopefully it doesn't, but that's, you know, something worth noting. And then take this and pop that out. Like so. Come on. There we go. Like that. And just get this out of the way. Fold that down like that. And we'll get that out of the way. We'll do the same thing on the other side real quick. Pick it up, move that out of the way. That piece, fold it down. And then the legs, they're gonna open up like this. Take this right here, and you're going to accordion it. Accordion? Yeah. Like the thing, like the instrument. Down, but you want to pick this up right here. That way you can get all that done. So you get all this pushed in like so. You got to keep the hip skirt inside though. The hip skirt's got to be tucked in with it. Just like this. And then rotate this down like so. Put that hip skirt down and then fold this back up and snap that into place. Same thing on this side here. Open this up. Pop that out. Pick this up right here. Come on, guy. There's a tab right there that slides into that spot right there. So once you do that, just, again, rotate that around, close this leg up, make sure that's down, and then that'll snap into place right there. Okay? So these here, you can kind of leave, they have to leave these a little bit open like this, because you're going to have to get this bar to slide down through here. So let's close the feet up too. So you can put the heel in first on both. And then tuck in the toe, and then the rest of the foot just goes in. Toe, rest of the foot goes in like that. And then we'll work on all this right here. And this is just simply, you're getting all this stuff here, and you're just gonna undo everything. Okay. All right, so take that, pick this up, take this, pick that up. Over here, this will open up like so. This one here will rotate out like that. And this one, for some reason, it's like this side, which if you're looking at the jet itself, it's like this, my right side, that it just keeps coming undone for some reason. I don't understand why. While I'm here, I'm just gonna take this, and you just take this piece and make sure you get it around. That way that snaps in like that. You can do it while it's plugged in, but for some reason mine keeps popping off. Alright. So that comes and it rotates out like that. That's what I was trying to do. So let's see if this one I can do it. So pick up this piece here. this one, take it and pick it up and then rotate it and rotate it. Let's pull this out. I'm gonna take this and just rotate this whole thing. And this piece right here, take it. And I guess it's easy to do it this way. Pull it in and then do it this way. And that'll kind of snap into place right there. All right. And then the wings, they're down here like this. So they'll end up coming in here and plugging in like that. Let's do that in a second. So we're gonna take the rest of this and we're gonna pull this piece down. Just make sure this whole metal bar is pulled out, like extended out as far as it goes. And take it and push it down. And while we're doing this right here, just kind of start working these two up. You're gonna kind of slide them up like so to get this little bar in between them. Tilting them also like out to create an opening here. So like that. So doing that, but then it's also pulling them in at the same time. So oops. Pulling them in at the same time. So doing that, but then also kind of like pulling them in as well. So you see the way I just did that? Do that as well here. So that way you can get this thing pushed all the way down like so. And this wing has to go underneath this right here because it's going to plug in. There's a peg on the bottom of this that plugs into right there. So take that. We'll go underneath of it like so. Make sure all that is done. Get this back in there. And these pieces you got to open up as well, like that. Because this is going to slide in right there. Right there. And these go right there. And right there. You get that plugged in. The peg at the bottom that plugs into right there. There you go. And we're almost done with him. It's just getting the rest of this stuff just like figured out. Which is really not difficult at all. Come on, man. I say you're not being difficult, and then you're being difficult to me, you little jerk. There it goes. There's that, and then this has to come around top. It's like over under. So that goes over, that goes under. There we go. 1 and 2. Okay. There you go. And then just straighten that out. Right there. That's the only fidgety thing is because all these wings do fold a lot. Like a lot of these wing parts move around a lot. And then you're going to get this piece right here, and then you're just going to take that and make sure it snaps down right there. And then just, again, make sure everything is just pushed flush against the body of this. These will pick up. Well, these here, I got a little bit too much down. Let's see. These here were like that. Take them, spin them up, and then just peg them in right there. Same thing here. Pick it up, peg it in right there. These pieces here, you're going to take them. These are going to roll up and sit right underneath there. So again, take that. All right, so my camera fell over. So, you know, welcome back, Jack, right? So I was talking about getting this last piece. So you take that, just bring that around. It's going to sit right in that little notch right there. Make sure the other one's sitting in that notch as well. And then there you've got him in his plane mode. And it's pretty nice. I'm going to take out the landing gear. So landing gear, just like on the other Seekers, right under here. What's that? Landing gear there. Landing gear here and here. So there he is. And I think it looks good. I mean, he's pretty nice looking plane. You gotta make sure everything is like done in right up here. But I mean, there you go. So it looks pretty good. I think it looks, I mean, pretty freaking awesome if you ask me. I do like just the black. I've always liked the black jets. I just think they look more stealthy. So he's got some silver right here with that kind of red and then yellow. And then his cockpit opens up as well. So cockpit opens up right there. It's like on a double hinge back. There's a hinge back here. You can kind of just slide it back right there. And no figures fit into it. Like not even my smallest spike will fit inside there. It's just way too small. So you won't be able to take anybody to put them inside there. But overall, it's a really cool looking plane mode. And the inside is also, you know, there's some detail inside there. Let's go in there. There's some colors. You can see some colors in there. Some like blue, red, and yellow inside there. And a little seat, and then whatever they do in the back seat there. So, looks good. A lot of nice detailing too, just kind of up here. So they got a lot of just detailing instead of it just being just kind of like flat. And then on the bottom, I mean, obviously, there's his head, there's his chest, and his legs, but that's pretty much what they were, right? They were always just a robot with the plain shell on top. So, all in all, I think they did a pretty dang good job on this. I still like the robot mode better, but that's just me, just because I think it looks cool. Not to say this plane doesn't, I think this plane looks great, but the robot mode looks better. The thrusters back here do go up and down. No side to side, but just up and down. And then these kind of go up and down a little bit, like just like the slightest bit. You want it to do that? Or you can take them all the way down, whatever. So there's that. Let me bring in some bots to compare him to. I'm not going to bring in Goose and Maverick, unfortunately, because like I said, I haven't transformed them. And it's going to take me a while to learn their transformations. So if you want me to do the other video or the other reviews on those two guys, then at that point I can just kind of show them all together. So I'll bring in a regular Seeker. So let me get that right now. So here he is with the Masterpiece Starscream mold, just a Hasbro version, just so you can see them side by side. And let me pull out his landing gear. I was like, man, where's his landing gear? I haven't played with this guy in forever. There and there, yeah. So as you can see, they are, I mean, they're just about the same size in terms of like length, height-wise. Iceman here is going to actually be just a little bit taller, simply because of like he's a robot. But actually, I say that, no, it's really not. They're about the same height, too. I mean, look at them. I thought he was gonna be taller just because like his whole robot bits, but it's not because the landing gear makes them the same size. So in terms of like height, they're the same size. In terms of maybe, let me close the landing gear for this. Length from head to toe. Let's see what they're like. He beats him just by a little bit. You can see right there. And that's that I'm matching him up. Like, thruster to thruster, tail fin to tail fin. So he beats him out just, he beats him by a nose. Cone. Yeah. So, you know, you can see FansToys, like, theirs is very clean compared to, like, I know this Seeker mold is older, but still, the FansToys one is very clean. When you look at the bottom, I'll stand them up like this so we can see. Bring my camera up. But it's like at the bottom of then, you can see that the FansToys mold is a lot cleaner. So I think if they were to do these guys, they would be a heck of a lot cleaner than that is right there. Both of them, you can see the robot head on them. You know, you can kind of make up that's his chest just because you know it is from the transformation or the toy. You can see his legs right there. But you can see his whole arm. You can see his hands. They hide away the feet really well. So right here you can't really tell those are the legs. But you can see that's like his crotch piece right there. So a lot cleaner over here. And again, you can see that he just beats him out just by a nose cone right there. So anyways, that's it for this review, you guys. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you didn't like the video, didn't like my comeback, give it a like anyways, please. It doesn't hurt you to just click that little button that says thumbs up. It kind of helps the channel out a lot. So please do that. Oh, you know what I didn't show? I didn't show where these guns go. Because I remember that, then you can give it a like. Guns just go right there. Just plug in right there if you want to. And I know I didn't show them plug into his hand either, but I mean, you guys know that guns hold in robots' hands. So there they go right there. They don't really stick out a whole lot. So there's that. You know, I have, just because I have him right here, there is next to the FansToys Road King right there. Anyways, that is it, you guys. Thank you again very much. Like I said, if you want to see any other videos from me, please let me know in the comments below. Give it a like and give it a share. Thank you, guys, and as always, stay safe.